let's talk about the mindset shift you need to get rich. There are a couple of mindsets that have been fostered by, unfortunately, the finance community on social media. We need to shift those mentalities and those mindsets to get rich in 2024. And I'll talk about each of them in this video. The first one that you want to get rid of is that you're young and you have time. Time is money, and you don't have as much of either as you think. Now, you have some time to put together a plan and to execute it, but not as much as you think. And that's the reason why you don't want to get caught up in analysis paralysis. Videos from other great YouTubers. They're great ways to get motivated and get the information that you need. But remember, a goal without a plan is a wish. And more importantly, a goal with a plan and no action. That's a wish list. So you want to take action now. And the earlier you start saving and investing, the better your results will be. Now, I wish I had started investing in my late teens when I really started to get interested in this topic. I kind of did, but not as seriously as I should have. If I had, my wealth would be so much greater. So take a lesson from me. Don't wait, start now. Another mindset you want to shift out of is that you can get rich quick. Because you see, getting rich quick is actually getting rich lucky. And there's nothing wrong with getting lucky. But luck is not a plan. The truth is, lasting wealth is created through hard work and discipline. If you win the $1 billion lottery, get lucky, and you then proceed to spend all your money on expensive cars, mega mansions, expensive trips, and parties, you'll quickly dwindle all your money down to nothing. I personally know several lottery winners who, through their own lack of financial knowledge, blew through their entire winnings. You see, at some point, you're gonna need to put in some work, or at least put your capital to work. It's the same thing when starting from zero. You're gonna have to do something difficult if you're gonna get some outsized reward. So if you happen to have found a niche that earns money easily, get ready, because everyone else is about to find out about it as well. And that is when the hard work is gonna start. Don't always just look for the get rich quick scheme, or keep getting into online investing courses that promise outsized results in a short amount of time. Growing your wealth is about making money consistently and saving and investing it consistently. And that's not an easy thing to do. It's gonna be tough, so be prepared. Speaking of which, the easy path is the broke path. And by that I mean a 4-hour work week means being broke. Let's be real. Working 4 hours a week and getting wealthy are antithetical to each other. At best, you'll be able to maintain a lifestyle for a period of time working just 4 hours a week. And that's assuming that the work that you're doing is valuable. Forget about growing your wealth doing just 4 hours a week. Hell, if you're just working 40 hours a week, you're probably fooling yourself, especially if you want to grow wealthy. Most 9-to-5 jobs that you can get, they don't pay you well enough to make you rich. And if you want to get rich, you will have to put in some serious time, at least 40 hours, into a side hustle, or expanding your skills to get a higher paying job. Even then, with that higher paying job, most of them require you to put in extra effort. Think doctors, lawyers, CEOs. So you'll be putting in 50 hours a week at a minimum, and more than likely 80 or more. Not to mention, even if you have those things, if you're gonna get wealthy, you'll need a side hustle of some kind as well. So forget about a 4-hour work week. Hate to say it, but it's true. Which brings me to this next point. There is no such thing as truly passive income. Someone, somewhere, had to work to start the engine to get that passive income going. I make hundreds of thousands of dollars passively annually, but I had to actively work, so I had the money to put to work to be able to do that. I had to also prioritize investing. In other words, spending money on investments instead of things like cars, clothes, houses. I know. Homes are investments. Not great investments, but they are. All that took active participation, time, and sweat equity. So now the passive income just rolls in. But even then, I have to do some work to maintain it. Actively thinking, actively prioritizing, etc. The truth is, if you're gonna approximate passive income in the future, you need to get active income now. Finally, a mindset that we need to shift out of in 2024 is that getting wealthy is about how much you make. Growing wealthy is not about how much money you make or how much money you keep. Don't get me wrong, your income greatly affects your capacity to get wealthy. If you're a Starbucks barista, your path to wealth and financial independence is gonna be a lot different than a hedge fund manager or the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. But a common refrain that is almost as erroneous is that it's about how much you keep. While that is getting closer to the truth, it doesn't quite touch on it. It's not about how much you make or how much you keep. It's about how much money you invest. Now, notice what I didn't say. I didn't say growing wealthy is about eliminating spending, but it's more about prioritizing your spending on investing and saving. Speaking about prioritizing savings, I have a video on how to use your savings to supercharge your credit, and I think you should check it out. And don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell. I'm Derek West. This is Finance Squared. And remember that a goal without a plan is a wish, and a goal with a plan and no action is a wish list. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.